Make your night extra special at Shelburne Park and dine out in the delicious Dobbins restaurant. Four-course luxury dining starting from under €30 midweek. It doesn't really get much better than this. For reservations, call 1890 269 969 or visit www.igb.ie for brilliant online offers. Hello and welcome to the Irish Greyhound Weekly Preview Show with me, Mick Livesey, and Daniel Monk. Hello and welcome to this week's Headline Grabbers. This week on Headline Grabbers, what we wanted to do is draw attention to some of the dogs that have done absolutely fantastic on making the third round. And first up is Johnny White Sox. This son of Droopy Scolari, Old on Angel, has only had 12 races and is owned and trained by Kieran Lennon and Caroline Grant. He's of course winner of the A3 Royal Impact at Stud Stakes around Waterford and also the Derby Trial Stake winner at Waterford. I spoke to Caroline and this is what she said. We feel he has a good chance if he breaks as well as we know he can. He misses the trouble at the first bend. He's in great form, so we'll hope for the best. I'm sure you'll all agree with me what a fantastic achievement it is and how great it is to see people like Kieran and Caroline mixing it with the big names of the sport and still in the draw for the third round. It looks a very tough feat he's got, but what an achievement it would be if Johnny White Sox progresses to the next round. I certainly wish them all the very best. Freedom Seacrest. Owned and trained by the Valencia Syndicate, this daughter of Ace I Rumble, Dalcash Diva, has took the first two opening rounds of this year's Irish Derby. She's running absolutely brilliantly. 406 bends, they come both the same to this highly talented bitch. She is of course a little sister to Dalcash Davinsky, the brilliant winner of the 2010 Irish Oaks. Freedom Seacrest looks like she could keep qualifying. Okay, so we are down to the third round in the 2010 Ladbrokes.com Irish Greyhound Derby. And what a treat we will have heading into Saturday night, where the final 48 greyhounds will do battle for the €120,000 prize and of course the prestigious title of 2010 Ladbrokes.com Irish Derby champion. There is a long way to go between the third round and the final though, and we're going to concentrate tonight on the third round heats. Heat 1 sees a tight affair with the likes of English Derby champion Kinda Ready, who seems to have really turned the corner over the last few weeks and looks back to his sensational best. Miller Marina, another of the English raiders in this year's Irish Greyhound Derby, landed a surprise second round win last time in 30.06. We also have Thurlersbeg Joker, who was a winning part of our six-pack last week when kicking on strong to land his heat in 29.70. And don't forget to get on this lad each way to reach the final, as he looks a solid qualifier. Burn him up in the second of the Owen McKenna's runners in this heat, and Owen will probably be hoping this lad gives Thurlersbeg Joker a nice gallop to follow on to in the first bend and see his kennel mate runner progress. Selections here will be 3, 1 and 5. Heat 2 is going to be an epic here, and I think many will be happy with taking third in this heat to advance to the next round. We have Macedo Blue, who ran a cracker to land the win last week in 29.98 and will be a leading danger in Saturday night's field and a likely leader in this field. Razzle Dazzle Lloyd is one who has been improving with every run and will be leading danger on that form. As we all know, an improving greyhound requires respect when momentum is on his side. Fats Boys Tyson for the Pat Gordon kennel ran well in defeat to Makeshift last week and will be looking to see if they progress to the next round, but faces his main opposition from Tyra Bucko and Westmead Grant, who will be eager to avoid trouble this time around and bounce back from his defeat to Razzle Dazzle Lloyd last week. Johnny White Sox takes the 6 box and will need to be at his first round very best if hoping to progress to the next round. Selections in this heat of death are 1, 4 and 3. Heat 3 is another cracker on the cards and sees many people's dog for this year's Derby, Definite Opinion, in action. After suffering a defeat in the last round, this lad had a small injury cloud hanging over him, but he has received treatment and has been reported as fighting fit for his return to Shelburne Park. Don't forget he got an extra 2 days rest over the Saturday runners. He will face massive opposition, however, from Tyra Big Mike, who won his heat last week in 29.74 and appears to be going the right way for the Connor and PJ Fire kennel, while of course Colourful Champ is looking every bit a Derby finalist with his opening 2 rounds win, and of course was a winner for followers of the 6-pack last week. We'll have a massive say here and should be contesting the race early on. Jim said so, and Monolith Bay will be dangers here also, where we could possibly see a big gun fall. Selections here are 1, 3 and 4. Heat 4 is an interesting affair and sees Graham Holland's promising puppy, Cabra Legend, and the Larry Dunn I View Shadow go battle with English Derby finalist Krug 95. That's My Boy will also be a danger if showing the promising form which saw him move to the Pat Buckley kennel. With Heat 4 we could see a very tightly run race, and here we will give our selections as 4, 6 and 1. It's here your chance to win a pair of tickets to go and see who will be crowned the 2010 Ladbrokes.com Irish Greyhound Derby champion. That's right, we're giving away 2 tickets to the final itself, and all you've got to do is email greyhounds2008 at live.co.uk with the answer to this question. Can you name the last 10 runners-up of the Irish Greyhound Derby? Everybody remembers the winners, but can you remember the runners-up? And what we'll do, all the correct answers will be put into an hat and given a number, and Daniel Monk will pick a number, and we will forward on a pair of tickets to the final itself. Good luck to everyone who enters, and don't forget, tune in next week, we'll have another competition for you, and we'll give away 2 more tickets. Heat 5, and this looks another cracker. Even Money Shot, Farley Turbo, is wearing the orange jacket here, but he will see strong opposition from Tullamurray Act, Local DJ, and Freedom Seacrest, who all in their own right will form their own difficult challenges to the favourite. Farley Turbo will look to avoid trouble, which cost him dearly last week, but will need to clear the fast starting Local DJ and Tullamurray Act. Freedom Seacrest impressed when flying home to Landerry and will be a leading danger if close at the halfway stage. Forest Rover is a danger and should be respected on his July the 12th form in Thurles, while Drumore Hero is undefeated in the Derby to date. May sweep round the outside around the first and avoid any potential trouble early on. Selections here are 5, 2 and 1. Heat 6, and we see 6 to 1 joint outright favourite Makeshift in action after landing a return back to winning ways last week in a blistering 29.56. This lad will be a leading player in this heat from his trap-free draw. Opposition will come from Ballymac Killer Colour Glory, who landed a 7 to 1 shock when beating under in 29.77, and Tyra McGuigan will look to keep the Tyra kennel in high form. Makeshift, however, looks a real nap in this heat, but his price of 1 to 3 for the heat looks very skinny and may only pay if you have 3,000 to outlay. You know, it's no good for your €5 or your €10 or your €30 bets. Selections here are 3, 5 and 6. Heat 7 sees the second big name left in the Tyra kennel and coming into action with Tyra Hender, who survived trouble last time to qualify for the 3rd round, which is only the thing that matters at this stage. He will see opposition from Ballymac Tip, who moved nicely when winning in 29.82 and holding off the late challenge of Trap 6 here, Barefoot Bullet, who looks another strong challenger for the Paul Hennessy kennel. Selections in this heat are 2, 5 and 6. This brings us on to our remaining heat, Heat 8, and we'll finish the 3rd round and Saturday night off in some style, where we will see the 6 to 1 joint favourite Farley Blitz coming into action once again, and has attracted a lot of talking over his trap draw in this heat, with the early pace Foil Storm and Blazers Black, who was a winner in both rounds in 29.79 and 29.84. Monolith Alsatian was the talk of an injury concern, but reports are this lad is in tip-top form and will be ready to fire and may prove a leading danger to Farley Blitz in this final heat. Selections here are 4, 6 and 2. So folks, that's it for this week's edition of the preview, and we would like to wish you all the best with your bets for the weekend, but also best of luck to all the owners, trainers and greyhounds heading to Dublin on Saturday night. Hope you all have a super night and all come home safely. But before we go, it's that time for the weekly 6-pack, which has drawn some interest into actually pause for the graphic, but myself and Daniel will both like to state that we will only be revealing the name of which one of us paused following a long-standing investigation into the owner of the 6-pack. But we will move on and give you our 6-pack for the weekend. Don't forget, last week we had 4 out of 6. Let's see if we can better that this week. Number 1, Makeshift, nap to win his heat. Maybe try to bet with the IGB taught on this one, as his odds are short for his heat win. Number 2, Tyra Hender, win his heat 2 to 1 with Ladbrokes. Number 3, Barefoot Bullet, each way in Heat 7. Number 4, Colourful Champ, each way in Heat 3. Number 5, Kinda Ready is our next best, each way in Heat 1. And number 6 of the 6-pack is Monolith Alsatian, each way in Heat 8. Hope they turn out lucky for you this weekend and wish you all the very best of luck.